Santa Cruz Coffee Roasters, 2 days later. The cafe was alive with light. The air carried that familiar mix of espresso, salt, and ocean breeze, a Santa Cruz kind of perfume. Puffy white clouds drifted lazily across the blue, and the laughter of passersby mixed with the hiss of milk steaming and the soft thrum of guitars from the open door of a nearby busker. It had been 2 days since the moon and Venus alignment, but the feeling of that night still shimmered in Luna's heart like moonlight caught in tide foam. Today, the crew gathered again. Glinda, Sid, Tara Singh, Guru P, and Portillo Man and Eclectic Scout, all together, this time choosing the sunny tables outside. Dang, buddy, Eclectic Scout said, looking right at Guru P with a playful grin. You missed the show the other night. Luna and I went up to the cliffs to watch the moon rise, and guess who showed up again? Guru P raised an eyebrow, already smiling. The dolphins, Scout said, his eyes lighting up. They were back, dancing for us in the moonlight. Everyone laughed, remembering the first time the dolphins appeared during one of their long talks about sacred geometry and water. The synchronicity was almost too perfect. And right as the words, dancing for us in the moonlight, left his lips, the sound system inside the cafe switched songs. Dancing in the moonlight. The group erupted in laughter. Of course, said Glinda, shaking her head in disbelief. Santa Cruz magic strikes again. Luna smiled softly. You know, she said, her voice more reflective. After I met Scout at the cliffs, I went home and fell into the deepest sleep, and I dreamed of my ancestors. All of them, even ones I've never met. We were together, standing under that same moon and Venus. It was like we were all watching the dance of the spheres together, the same way people must have watched thousands of years ago. I felt them with me, like I was one link in an endless chain of light. The group fell quiet, the kind of silence that carries reverence. Even the sound of the waves in the distance seemed to pause. Tara Singh nodded slowly. That's the real lineage, he said softly. Not just of blood, but of attention, of wonder. Every generation that stops to look at the sky is continuing the same prayer. Glinda smiled. It's so beautiful, Luna. That dream. It's like the universe reminding you that you're part of something vast, but never alone. Guru P lifted his coffee cup. To the dreamers who keep watching the heavens. They clinked cups gently like a quiet ritual. Eclectic Scout's eyes gleamed again with excitement. Speaking of dreams, he said, I've got something special lined up. I snagged us a camping spot at New Brighton State Beach, right up on the cliffs. Perfect view of the bay. We'll be able to watch the completion of the moon and Venus coming together again, this time from the firelight. The night of the gathering. New Brighton Cliffs. By twilight, the crew was there. The ocean stretched out in silver and violet, and Scout's Vardo, his colorful gypsy wagon, was parked near the cliff's edge, like something out of another century. The kitchen was already alive, a pot bubbling, a skillet sizzling, and the scent of garlic and sea air mingling into pure joy. The table was set with mismatched cups, fresh bread, and bowls of stew. Laughter echoed through the coastal redwoods above them. The tide shimmered far below, catching the light of the rising moon, now nearly full, Venus hovering just beneath it like a loyal companion. The dolphins appeared once more, their fins gliding through silver water. Our audience has returned, Sid said, smiling. Guru, grinning like a proud artist, whispered, I swear they know when we're watching. As the fire crackled, the friends talked late into the night, about dreams, service, sacred patterns, and all the strange, beautiful coincidences that had woven their friendship together. Each of them had grown since that first day they'd met at the corner table in Santa Cruz Coffee Roasters. When the moon reached its peak, Luna looked around the circle, the firelight flickering across each familiar face. Every time we come together, she said softly, something opens, a seed, a story, a spark. I think the universe likes it when we gather. There was a gentle hum of agreement. They raised their cups once more, to friendship, to mystery, and to the unseen hand that had guided every meeting, every moonrise, every moment of wonder. The laughter of the crew mingled with the rhythm of the waves and the songs of the night. Above them, Venus and the moon danced one last time for the year, brilliant, serene, and timeless, as the ocean whispered its eternal applause below. Open quote, what a beautiful way to finish the year, Luna would later write. The sky and the earth, the sea and our laughter, all one circle, Every story, another tide returning home. Close quote. The Geometry of Friendship, written the morning after the New Brighton gathering. I woke with the sound of waves still inside me. The scent of wood smoke lingered in my hair, and for a moment I could still hear the laughter of my friends, the rhythm of their voices weaving through the night air like wind through redwood needles. How strange and beautiful, this pattern we keep making together. Each gathering feels like one more curve in a growing mandala, an invisible geometry of hearts, ideas, and shared wonder. It's never forced, never planned. It just unfolds like spirals in a shell or ripples from a single pebble tossed into still water. We've spoken of sacred geometry, of divine blueprints, of Fibonacci spirals and crystalline forms, but maybe the most sacred pattern of all is the one formed when people meet in sincerity and joy, when conversation becomes prayer and laughter becomes medicine. I think of that moment on the cliffs, Venus and the moon gliding together, the dolphins surfacing as if to echo our amazement, and I realize it wasn't just an alignment in the sky. It was us, aligning too. Human and ocean, moonlight and breath, each of us orbiting one another in perfect rhythm. Eclectic Scouts Vardo felt like a temple that night, a small sanctuary lit by friendship and flame. As we sat beneath that sky, it struck me that gratitude isn't a thought, it's a current. It carries you, if you let it. And we were carried, all of us, into something wordless and whole. Now the mornings grow cooler. Autumn is folding into winter, and the rumor around the cafe is that when solstice arrives, the crew will build a giant labyrinth, a living spiral of cedar boughs and driftwood to walk by starlight and candle flame. I can already see it in my mind's eye. Each of us tracing our path inward, breathing prayers into the center, then walking back out again, carrying the light we found there. Maybe that's what we've been doing all along, walking the same spiral, meeting again and again at the heart, then returning to our lives renewed. Whatever comes next, I'll keep writing it down. These moments, these circles of conversation, these gentle proofs that the universe is alive and speaking through friendship. Luna.
Please click like and then subscribe. Also share this video with your friends. Thank you.